Hello there people, my name is Sho and welcome to another episode of Game Things. This week, I'm sure some of you out there have heard about the GTA 6 leaks that is all over the internet by now. If you're hoping for those juicy leaks here, well, we made the decision to not talk about the specifics here, as Take-Two, the company behind the GTA franchise, is taking out videos that shows the more than 90 in-development video clips which are now surfacing on the internet, especially here on YouTube. But don't be disappointed, because remember when I say it is on the internet? Yeah, I mean you can just look it up. May the Google results be with you. Coming back to the topic, Rockstar Game confirmed that a network intrusion had occurred, and that is the reason for the GTA 6 leaks posted all across the internet, earning the title of one of the largest leaks in the video game history. On Twitter, Rockstar have also assured that there will not be any disruption to the live service games and there will be no long-term effects on the developments of the ongoing projects. And while it is still history in the making, the alleged 17-year-old hacker that goes by the name Teapot Uber Hacker have been arrested by the UK police. The hackers seem to not only be connected to the GTA 6 leaks incident, but also potentially the Uber data breach happened just 2 weeks prior in the month of September 2022. As per the latest news that are just out on September 27th, according to a statement made to Eurogamer by the City of London's Police Cybercrime Unit, the 17-year-old teen pleaded not guilty to the hacking charges and only pleaded guilty to the 2 counts of breaching his bail conditions. And the teen is currently being held at a youth detention center. Switching things up, we will now move on to the Flash news. Let us start by filling you with all the rumored and upcoming games. It is said that a Persona 3 remake is in development at Atlus, and the game is going to be running on the same engine that runs Persona 5. Credits to the user from the forum called Reset Era, who also correctly leaked the news regarding Atlus bringing Persona to Xbox Game Pass last year. This upcoming Persona 3 remake that is rumored to be in development is not to be confused as the officially confirmed Persona 3 Portable Remaster. Both are different games. A visual concept trailer for the upcoming game based around the Korean fantasy novel, where both the novel and the game shares the same name. It is called The Bird That Drinks Tears. The Naga Eater is the trailer's name, and we will provide a link to the 2-minute trailer down below in the description. I would suggest those who loves mature rated games to check this one out. If you're a fan of the Marvel Universe, listen up. Motive Studio, a game studio under the umbrella of EA, had announced that they are currently developing an Iron Man game in collaboration with Marvel Games. The Iron Man team at Motive Studio is led by executive producer Olivier Proulx, who also produced Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, a game developed by Eidos Montreal, published by Square Enix just last year. The game is said to be in pre-production, hence it will be some time before we will see any teasers of any sort from them. Speaking of Marvel, here's a 30 seconds teaser to remind you that Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales is getting closer to its PC release. Yup, Miles Morales is coming to PC this fall 2022. And since we're on the topic of teasers, here's a roughly 2 minutes long story trailer from a game, A Plague Tale Requiem. Mark it down on your calendar. A Plague Tale Requiem is releasing on October 18, 2022 for the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and Series S, Nintendo Switch, as well as PC. Moving on, with Ubisoft's announcement on their plan to remake Splinter Cell back in December 2021, we now hear that the story of the upcoming Splinter Cell remake will have a story that caters to a, quote, modern day audience, which they hope will bring in new fans into the franchise. I certainly have not played a single Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell in my entire life, but I do remember standing up and watching a guy who sits on the couch that just wraps his entire body while playing Splinter Cell on a huge projector screen in a shopping mall for a good hour or two. And the fact that I can still remember that even until today just goes to tell you that how good the couch is. How memorable the game is, at least to me. And the point is, I think it is a great game for a couch session, and I hope Ubisoft can convince me to finally get my hands on a long-running Splinter Cell franchise that started all the way back in 2002. The upcoming superhero open-world action RPG, Gotham Knights, happening at a time where Batman is dead and it is now up to the Batman family to protect Gotham. The 4 playable heroes are Batgirl, Nightwing, Red Hood, and Robin. Players are highly recommended to have multiple playthroughs to experience the entire story by playing the 4 characters to be able to see the story from all 4 different perspectives, going through the unique content that is only accessible by playing each of the heroes and heroines. Pre-ordering the game now will also get you an in-game 233 custom Bat Cycle skin if that is your thing, and the deluxe edition will give you an extra Visionary pack, which have all the in-game digital goodies listed on its Steam page. Gotham Knights is coming to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, and Series S, as well as PC, both Steam and Epic Games Store, on 22nd of October 2022. Then, we have an upcoming team-based destructive FPS and supposedly free-to-play game from ex-Battlefield devs, The Finals. The game's main game mode seemed to be heavy on combat, with each player being put in a team of 3, and each round will accommodate 4 different teams. The Finals will be getting a closed alpha test starting September 29, 2022, and while the chances of public getting into a closed alpha test is slim, you can still register your interest to participate in the alpha test from the Steam page itself. The Finals is planned to be released on a new generation consoles such as the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and Series S, as well as PC. Valve, or rather Steam, have launched a new section of Steam dedicated to ranking the most popular games on Steam. With the addition of real-time charts from top-selling and most played games, weekly top sellers, and monthly top new releases, these will tell you what other games Steam users are currently fond of and interested to play. You can check out the real-time charts with the link provided down below, or head to store.steampower.com/charts/ and be sure to bookmark it for ease of access to the website if you're using a browser. For those who wish to access via your Steam client, Steam Charts is actually replacing your Steam stats. Simply hover over the Store tab and click on the stats to find your way there. Speaking of Steam, the platform have had its Steam Lunar New Year sales since the year 2016. Starting from the year 2023, Steam is introducing a spring sales instead of the Lunar New Year sales that we get from the past few years. It is said that the spring sales idea have been a popular request from the developer and publisher community. Steam's seasonal sales are usually a week long, with the exception of winter sales lasting a little longer at 2 weeks. The upcoming Steam sale dates are as follows, with the Steam Autumn sale starting November 22nd, 2022, Winter sales starting on December 22nd, 2022, and Spring sale starting next year, March 16. And while this is not an anime channel, I personally do watch animes and I'm just gonna touch on it a little bit. Here we have Nier Automata Ver1.1a, an anime adaptation that is getting a January 2023 release date. There is a link for the official trailer of the anime that was shown off during the Aniplex Online Fest, which happened on September 24th, 2022. Here's a quick mention on game delays that are made known to public in recent days. Dying Light 2 Stay Human Bloody Ties has been delayed to November 10, 2022. This DLC is the first official story DLC for Dying Light 2 Stay Human, and it is originally planned to be released in the coming October month. Up next, Valkyrie Profile is a RPG developed by Tri-Ace and published by Enix back in December 1999 in Japan and August 2000 in North America. We then see the enhanced port of the game Valkyrie Profile Lenef being released for the Sony PSP in the year 2006. This is a dungeon exploration RPG with battle system that is familiar to what we have today for the RPG games out there, with two sides taking alternative turns during a battle. For the reason of more time is required to polish the game, Valkyrie Profile Lenef's release date on the PlayStation Store will have to wait until December 22nd, 2022. Lastly, Oxenfree 2 Lost Signals is the sequel that I believe many who have played Oxenfree are anticipating. Further localizations effort is required as per their Twitter posts, and because of that, we will be seeing the game coming out in 2023 instead. That's all for the Flash News. Let's move on to the game releases of this week. Life is Strange Remastered Collection, which includes both Life is Strange Remastered and Life is Strange Before the Storm Remastered, is now available on the Nintendo Switch starting September 27, 2022. I have played the original release of both games on PC and I truly enjoyed them. Beautiful game with great story and easy recommendation to anyone who are looking for a game that is story rich with great soundtracks. Another free-to-play Battle Royale, Deathverse Let It Die, is coming first to the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 on September 28, 2022, followed by the PC release on Steam a week later on October 5th, 2022. The game certainly created an interesting world with the concept of violent survival TV show where contestants will have to fight for survival on an uninhabited desert island that grows increasingly polluted by the curious element of splithium. Yet, the Battle Royale genre can only work for so long. Now, it could just be a me thing, but it is hard to reach another peak excitement from a Battle Royale that is released in the year 2022. However, the game is free, so I guess trying the game out doesn't hurt. Of course, how can we have a year without a new FIFA game? FIFA 23 is the latest entry from the franchise, made available for the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Series X and Series S, as well as PC, all on September 30th, 2022. And finally, Valkyrie Elysium, not to be confused with Valkyrie Profile Lenef that were mentioned previously, both are different games. Valkyrie Elysium is a single-player action JRPG where players will be playing as Valkyrie, tasked by the Allfather Odin to work on the salvation of the Doom world. Personally, I've tried to demo myself and I have no issues with the game other than one random crash throughout my entire demo gameplay. The combat gameplay gets more interesting as you level up your three main skill trees, namely attack, defend, and support. To me, the game is simple and straightforward enough to not turn off casual players like me, and I think anyone who bought this game will be able to finish the game with a great smile on their face, with the game length lasting approximately 20 hours with multiple endings. Valkyrie Elysium is available first on the PlayStation 4 and 5 on September 29th, 2022, with the PC release follow suit at a later date on 11th of November 2022. Coming to the weekly free games, on the Epic Games Store you can get yourself a copy of Rambo, a party platformer with lots of characters, costumes, and game modes that will surely bring chaos to your game session. Single player mode is available for those who are up for the challenge of more than 140 levels, and if you so choose to hop on the multiplayer mode, Up to 9 players is supported for both local and online session. The second free game here is the Drone Racing League Simulator. If you enjoy some butt-clenching, high-intensity drone racing sessions, this is a great game to start with. Both games are yours to claim for free starting September 29, 2022, and the offer lasts until October 6, 2022. With that marks the end of this week's episode of Game Things. Consider giving this video a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe on YouTube for more videos like this from us.